so today I have another Halloween haul for you, and this time it's some things from TKMAXX. So unlike Homesense, TKMAXX for me is slightly further afield. There is one around 40 minutes away, and I do sometimes go there on the weekends. But alas, both of these things were actually picked up for me. I'm sure you are all sick to death of seeing these items, but I thought I would show them to you anyway. Since when I got these, they seemed so different from the pictures that I'd seen. So the first thing that was picked up for me is this pumpkin man. This was really kindly sent to me by a person called Anthony, who I met on Facebook, and we talked through the Facebook groups, and he found this pumpkin man and picked me up one, and I was so grateful, because there is like a worldwide hunt for these things. They seem to be really rare. I don't know why. There's also like a matching one of like a guy with a skull face, and he's wearing a slightly different suit. He's on the TKMAXX website. He seems to be like in all the stores, but for some reason there was just none of this pumpkin guy. I was searching for him for a really long time, and then literally the day that Anthony found this for me, the Midnight Crafter also picked up a spare one as well, so she did end up selling that one on, but it seemed like such a coincidence that we had been looking for it everywhere, and then as soon as one gets found, suddenly everyone has them. So this is actually a tea light holder. You can put a little tea light in there, and it cost $7.99, which I think is a good price for the size of it. It is a lot larger than I thought it was going to be. I assumed it was probably going to be around half the height, so when I got it I was pretty shocked. Probably going on close to 30 centimeters tall, so it is a nice kind of larger piece. This is made out of a resin, and the reason I know that this is made out of a resin is because I've seen some pictures online of people who've ordered the skeleton version of this off of the TKMAXX website, and it has completely got smashed to pieces, so I know that this is like a hollow resin because I've seen the inside of it. So I'd say if you are picking up the skeleton version, be careful when ordering off TKMAXX's website. But of course you do have the added benefit that it is a company, so if anything does go wrong and it does get smashed up in the post, at least you can get a refund, so it's whether or not you want to take that risk. So I'm going to take the label off his arm so I can show you him in a little bit more detail, because he is so gorgeous. He is a pumpkin man. He has a pumpkin face. Unlike a lot of the pumpkin pieces which you get from TKMAXX and Homesense, there aren't like any variations in colour on the actual pumpkin part. Other times they put yellow and reddy shades in here, but this is all just the same shade of orange, but they have got ridges so that it does kind of create shadows, and the light naturally kind of brings out different shapes within the pumpkin. And then it has a very classic pumpkin face. He has little triangle eyes, triangle nose, and then his smiley mouth. He is wearing a top hat. It is just your classic shape top hat, and it does have a little orange belt or ribbon going around it with a little buckle. Now I don't know how well you can see, but the paint is a little bit rough. This is pretty common within the pieces which we're getting from TKMAXX and Homesense, so I feel like if you see these kind of things in store, just have a good look through all of them and just choose the one with the neatest paint. Honestly, I'm really pleased with the way this one looks. I've seen some which look really kind of messy. What I think I'm going to do is just take a Sharpie or maybe some black acrylic paint and just tidy that up a little bit. So going down, he has a little black and orange bow tie on. It is polka dot and it looks very smart. Now he does have a white bit for his shirt, and there is details where like the buttons are. And then down to his jacket, he's wearing a stripy long-tailed jacket, which is also the same as his trousers, and it is sort of a orange and black stripe. Again, the paint on mine seems to be quite nice, but I would just check if you do see a few of these in store. Now it is fully ridged. I'm not sure how well you can see, but the black bits do actually stick out, and then the orange bits go in, so the orange paint is actually like in the crevices as such, and then all the black bits are raised. He does have like a yellow collar which sort of goes down the front, and then he's holding this, well, all I can assume it is another type of pumpkin, yellow rather than orange, so maybe it's a gourd instead of a pumpkin, but it has got a hole here, perfect for a tea light. I have seen a few people put like actual tea lights in there. I'm not sure how well this would withstand the heat, so I'm probably going to put one of the LEDs tea lights in there. And then going down to his hands, he's like holding the pumpkin gourd handle holder bowl, and his hands are in kind of a skin like fleshy colour. They almost kind of look like human hands. From this shot you'd probably think it was a human until you saw the pumpkin face. I know on the Midnight Crafters video she did mention maybe he was wearing gloves or something, but I just think he's some kind of like pumpkin hybrid. He also sort of reminds me of that guy that sort of has the pumpkin mask and the black suit who like dances around, that gif that like everyone sends each other as soon as it gets anywhere near spooky season. I absolutely love that guy. So as you can see, his jacket is very detailed. It does kind of swoop all down here. I love the fact that they've given it a bit of shape so that it does look quite realistic, and he just looks very, very smart all the way down to his shoes, and he's got little orange shoes on, and he's sat on a plain black base. So I'm very pleased with this guy. I think if I do see the skeleton one in store, I probably will get them because they go together perfectly, since they're both holding like this little bowl, and they kind of go nice like either side of like a fireplace mantle shelf. But I'm really, really pleased with him. I'm so glad I could get my hands on him, and I'm also very excited because my dad recently made me some new shelves because of all these Halloween things which are coming in, and I've just had, like, not even kidding, a pile of Halloween stuff in the corner of my room with just no home. So he made me some new shelves for the corner of my room, and he fits like so perfectly on there. So I am completely over the moon with this purchase. The next up is actually a present from my brother. Now, I'm sure many of you are absolutely sick to death of hearing me talk about it, but my beloved pumpkin mug got smashed. I can actually see it. I've got it on display now. I was able to, well, my dad was able to glue it back together. It does have a few bits missing just because some of it just sort of turned to dust. But alas, I have ended up switching to this Halloween black cat mug, which I'm sure I will be featuring soon in a Clinton's card haul. Anyway, my brother knew that I was rather upset since I loved this pumpkin mug so much, and it just is so cracked. The whole handle like shattered as well. It just would not withstand any like form of liquid anymore. So he went off to TKMAXX to look for a new mug, even though I'm sure all of you know by now it is completely void in England. There is none left anywhere. But even though he couldn't find the mug, he got me something else pumpkin themed, and I love it so much. So he got me a snow globe. I know it's been a little while since I've got a snow globe. I was doing really well. I was cutting down. I hadn't bought any for a few weeks. I was thinking maybe this is it. Like, maybe I have cracked the need for snow globes. Maybe I won't get any more. And then he bought this, and I was like, oh my god, I love it so much, I need more snow globes. So he is this cute little pumpkin, and he is on a stack of books. Now, these seem to be in like a lot of TKMAXX stores, and they don't really seem to be in any of the Homesense stores. So I'm not sure if potentially this is more of like a TKMAXX product. I did talk to the lady in Homesense, and she said that they are slowly moving some of the Homesense stock over to TKMAXX. So I'm wondering if this is maybe like one of their newer pieces, and they've just kind of skipped out Homesense. So the snow globe bit is at the top. It has this little pumpkin on kind of like a stand almost. It does kind of give me like Shakespearean vibes. I'm not really sure why, but it does look super cute in there. It is a very nicely detailed pumpkin. It's quite large, and I love the green stalk at the top. Hopefully you can see, but there's lots of details with like little twirls coming off of the stalk. And its face is not like your classic pumpkin face. It does have square eyes and a triangular nose, and then it has these little marks which sort of reminds me of a jaw, and then it has this weird like backwards L on the side. I'm not really sure if there's meant to be another one on that side. I don't know if that's just part of it. I'm gonna have to go and look at some other photos of them and see if mine is the only one with like half a cheek scar. But I definitely think it has a lot of character. As for the type of snow as such, it has black glitter with tiny little bats around it, so it is the kind of common one which you're finding. Funny story, I did actually go to Homesense, and there was loads of Christmas snow globes, and I picked one up and shook one just because I was like shopping for my friend, and I was like, why is the snow in here white? And then I was like, oh my god, blonde moment. Obviously snow is white, because I've just been so used to seeing this black glitter with the black bats flying around. So down to the books, the top one says incarnations, the next one says spells, then it says brews and potions, and I really love how detailed all these books are. They have little page details on the side, and if you look really closely you can see, especially here, some of the pages have been like slightly folded to give it an even more realistic look, and this detail carries on all the way around this snow globe, so it is like a very realistic representation of books. I love the fact that it's not straight. Hopefully you can see that the books are all at a slight angle, again to give it more of a realistic look, and oh, it's just so gorgeous. As this was a gift, my brother did take the price off, but from what I can tell online, these are around £12.99 or potentially £14.99, but I think most people are saying around £12.99. I know if you have also noticed as well, pricing is completely inconsistent across Homesense and TKMAXX. The little cat that I got on the pumpkin, I paid £20 for. In some Homesenses, it's £4.99, so it's a little bit hit and miss with prices. So as for the music, So we've had this tune before. I believe it is the same tune as this one that we got. I really like the music. As I said before, I don't often play the music on these snow globes, but it's a really nice touch and I am so pleased with this. I just love all the detail. So those were the two things which I got from TKMAXX. I have to say a big thank you to both Anthony and my brother for picking those up for me. I was so excited to receive them just because it is getting a little bit boring since TKMAXX and Homesense haven't really seemed to have much new stuff in at all recently. So I've been really pleased to get my hands on something new and spooky and pumpkin-y and I will leave a link down in the description to the skeleton version of this guy on the TKMAXX's website, but as I said, I have seen a few posts where they've got smashed up in the post, so I would be very cautious if you are buying from them, but as I said, they will obviously have to refund you if it does get broken. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're feeling super spooky in September. If you do have any questions or comments, please do leave them down below. If it's anywhere you are, I hope you're enjoying the shade and I'll see you next time. Bye!